Here we are, randomly back at Route 25. If you hear, like, young babs outside, don't mind them. They're just playing, like, right outside my front door for some reason. But anyway, a couple trainers on this route I wanted to fight, just because why not? I didn't fight these ones last time just because I didn't feel like it, and I'm going to leave the one that triggers the Mew, but we'll get rid of the other ones. So anyway, did a fair amount of off-screen grinding here. Lucida and Bugsy are both up to level 18. I also got Headbutt, which is not a bad move to have. Oh, also I turned off battle animations. I should turn those back on. Sometimes I like to see the ridiculous animations and sound effects that are associated with them. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's the Mew kid right there. We're leaving him alone. Everybody else already was battled, so just do this guy and then we'll be done with this area. Yeah, Bone Club's pretty decent. The accuracy is not stellar. It's not bad, but it's not, like, great either. So I miss with it a lot more than I'd like to, but it's a decent power stab move for this early on, so can't really complain. It's better than just having Vice Grip. So anyway, now that that's done, basically time to move on to other stuff. I could go fight the trainers in Misty's gym. I don't feel like doing that, though. And we could just progress normally to Route 6 and then to Vermilion City, which is what you would have to do if you were just playing this game as intended. But I'm not going to be doing that either, so what am I going to do, you may ask? Well, actually I should probably go back into the Pokemon Center first. So, we're going to be doing a bit of this. So yeah, I think I mentioned that I could do this before, and if I didn't, people probably already guessed that it was going to happen. But, guess what I put in the item box here? Let me first change this to the color case. We are getting ourselves a freshwater. Because even though there is no trading items in Gen 1, there's transferring through this, and that allows for a bit of an exploit. So you can get into Saffron City early. Now, why do I want to get into Saffron City early, you may ask? It's for a number of reasons, mostly related to acquiring new team members. Now, I actually looked up a decent amount of stuff in the area, like what there is to do in Saffron and like what I'd be able to feasibly do now. And the levels there are a lot higher than I'm able to really deal with right now, so there's probably going to be some experimentation going on, but mainly it's so that I have access to other stuff, because Saffron's kind of the heart of the game in terms of, like, number of, like, hubs it connects to. And, so by getting into Saffron early, I can also get into Celadon and Lavender early, and that is, very, like, beneficial to my interests here. So let's go ahead and head on out. Still don't have cut, so I've got to go through this random house here. Also, I'm noticing the guard is going in front of here. I don't know if that's because I've been doing the Mew glitch and it despawned the sprite, or if they just go away normally. But either way. Heading on out. So you should be able to take my drink, right? Whoa, boy!
The Watergate scandal.
I still don't understand why they prevent you from getting through, and why giving them a drink changes their mind, and why they're capable of sharing one bottle of water with 3 other people. But those questions aside, here we are in Saffron, and it is notably overtaken by Team Rocket. So I can't get into Sylph. I can't get into Sabrina's gym. I can, however, get a TM for Psychic. I'm not going to be teaching it to anything at the moment, but it is something good to have. And Pokemon Center, I should probably go in there just to set a spawn point. Because, you know, it's like a Minecraft bed. Also, I think this is the first Chansey I can actually interact with. Not that it does much, but there it is. The other ones have all been blocked by people. And, this is the House of the Mimic, which is being guarded for reasons unknown. But, that aside, we do have access to a gym here. Not the gym, but the fighting dojo. And, as you should probably know, if you know anything about this game, we can get Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan by beating this. The problem is, their levels are like 15 to 20 higher than me, so I don't really see this going so well. I do kind of want to try something, though. I'm double-checking a map real quick, so bear with me here. Yeah, I can actually kind of bypass a lot of them. So, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and take a detour down to Route 6 here, which is where I was supposed to go anyway, so not the most interesting of locales, but here it is. I think there might be a hidden item on this route, I don't actually remember. I've usually been checking where the hidden items are before every video, just so I can grab them all, but now that I kind of have like a bunch of areas opened up, it's hard to remember them all exactly. Anyway. There is a good property involved with this trainer here. It's another long-range trainer, so let's go ahead and make use of them. Now, when I said earlier that I thought that the policewoman in Cerulean might have despawned, there is a reason for that line of thinking. There's a bit of a quirk involved with the Mew glitch in these games, where if you perform the Mew glitch, the game... Oh shit. Is this gonna be a problem? No, okay. How do I word this? When you get into a fight with a wild Pokemon, the game checks if it was generated from a table of like, encounters for the area, and if it wasn't, it assumes that it was a stationary Pokemon like Snorlax or the legendary birds or something. And, yeah, I'm gonna die immediately from this, so I'm gonna see if I can just use Growl and hope that that helps slightly. Probably not. But yeah, it checks a list like that, and so that's what causes the game to basically get rid of like the Snorlax sprite and stuff like that. And so, if you're in an area that doesn't have a sprite like that that can be deleted, it'll find other stuff to get rid of, depending on, like, the areas you've recently been in. And, so you can get rid of Snorlax without fighting it by doing that, and you can get rid of various other blockades, such as, at least theoretically, you can get rid of the, people here in Saffron. But, I've tried doing that in my, in like a run that I did with Game Shark codes, and it didn't actually work. So I'm not sure if I just wasn't doing it right or what the problem there was. But yeah, I think I'm about to get a freaking full team wipe here. I'm kind of just hoping on getting really lucky. Let's see. Nope, not so much. Yeah. So, losing that fight isn't the worst thing, but I did get money from those last couple trainers. Apparently not much, though. So, I might just take the loss. How many Pokeballs do I even have? Not as many as I'd like, but you know what? We're gonna go with it anyway. So let's just kind of head down here. You know, Electabuzz, no big thing. Now, I'm not going to use this Electabuzz. Oh, here's another thing I can talk about. Notice that it's level 6. Every other Pokemon that I've obtained through the Mew glitch has been level 7. So, why is this one different? That is because I used Growl on the Primeape there. That was not... Fuck this. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna reset the whole frickin' thing and not even worry about this Electabuzz. I do want to get it eventually, but the levels are too high for the trainers, and I didn't want to take the loss anyway. Point is, you can do that. But yeah, the level of the Pokemon you're fighting through that glitch is determined by the, basically the attack stage. So, like, if it's lowered as much as possible, that's a -6, which translates to level 1. And by default, it's level 7, and it can go as high as, I guess, 13, like 7 plus 6. It's kind of weird that way, and the only reason this is really noteworthy in any way is because if you use Growl 6 times, it will spawn a level 1 Pokemon, which you're normally not supposed to be able to get, and there's some funky stuff you can do with that. You can basically cause a Pokemon to grow all the way to level 100 by doing a single battle. But only if they're in, like, a certain experience curve. It works for Mew. It works for most stuff with, like, 3 evolutions, I think. I'm not sure of the specifics. But anyway, we are here in Celadon. Not for very long, mind you, but we're definitely here in Celadon. And, let's go ahead and take the elevator. I usually don't like to take the elevator because I always feel like it's slower, but I think it actually is faster. I don't know. Whatever. So, do I have the funds to actually buy drinks here? I do not. I mean, I have a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. Let's see. I don't really need the drinks right now. I want those for TMs eventually, but they're not an immediate concern of mine. There is something I want to buy here, though. I'm not sure where it actually is. Probably a floor down from here. It was important to speed up those few frames. It saved countless hours. Crocodile, okay. Let's sell... Ugh. I don't really want to sell any of this. I don't think I need escape ropes anymore. I can do that, and... God, I am really freaking tight on money here. I need 1,000, so... Ugh. I have stuff in the PC I can sell, probably, but I think I just need to go fight some freaking trainers, honestly. Yeah, let's get rid of the antidote and 1 potion. No, that's still not going to be enough. Jesus, I don't want to get rid of the Great Ball. This is such a stupid situation. I've never had to worry about money this much. God damn it. Alright. But yeah, I do need the Pokédoll, though. So, there we go. That was a slight waste of money because a few of those items were, I specifically bought those, and I really should have just come back after I fought more trainers, but I didn't plan that far ahead. Also, that was the TM for counter. Alright, but anyway, aside from that, there's one other thing of note in Celadon, since we're certainly not going to do the gym, and we're not doing the Game Corner stuff, so we're just going to head up here, and we're going to get ourselves an Eevee. Now, this Eevee is actually going to be part of the team, but I'm not nicknaming it right now. And the reason for that is because I want the chat to come up with a nickname for it. It is going to be evolving into a Jolteon, which is the only one of the original 3 that I've never used, and it was by far the most voted. And I want to nickname it something extremely British, because of the whole, like, Electrical Beast, the Jolteon of Let's Plays thing. If you don't know what that's about, it was mostly known from a Retsupre video. But, yeah, just give suggestions for something insanely British sounding, and I will pick the one that is the most interesting and go with that. So yeah, cutting through Route 8 here. God, can I sneak past these people? I don't actually know if I can. I do have to fight trainers, but I don't know if I want to right this second. Let's see, what do these people even spawn? This girl on the bottom has a bunch of stuff I don't care about. One of them is a Mew. I mean, I care about the Mew, but I'm going to be getting mine from a different place, so it doesn't matter. Passing her anyway. Actually, you know what? Screw the whole thing. Let's just fight her. I'm gonna get frickin' wrecked in the next area if I don't get some more experience anyway, so it's probably important that I do this. And surprisingly, my levels are about on par here. Ugh. Every attack must miss, it is important. Come on with this shit! Bone Club is not that inaccurate! Christ almighty. So anyway, I believe this is one of the trainers that used to have a Pikachu that got changed for yellow. I have my map open right now, but I don't have my list of changes open, so I can't verify that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So we're gonna have to heal after every match, because that's kind of appearing to be the case here. Go ahead and heal, I guess. Let's see, what do the other trainers in this line have? The one above her has 3 Blastoises. The one above that one has a Chansey. The one above that has a Staryu and a Growlithe. The 3 Blastoises are interesting, but I'm not gonna catch one of those, so... Whatever, let's just go ahead and take out this whole line of trainers. I don't need them. Also, it is really freaking dark in here. Let me guess, she has 3 Meowths. Or she has no Meowths and just kind of wants one now. Yeah, my levels are actually kind of low, aren't they? That's the problem with getting team members at level 7 and having to deal with grinding them up. I just didn't want to go that high up. Seriously, what is Bone Club's accuracy? Isn't it like 85? It really should not be missing this much. Come on! There's some free money. I guess that slightly makes up for the money I lost from reselling those items and stuff. Alright. So yeah, not gonna have a... Wait. Okay, no, that... I was thinking, that house wasn't supposed to be blocked, was it? But no, it wasn't. Anyway, you may notice I'm ignoring a couple people here. Both of these trainers are actually long-range trainers. I don't need to keep both of them here, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I like to keep as many of those as possible, just in case they get, like, deactivated or whatever. In fact, in the very first version of the Mew glitch that was discovered, I think before, like, people put 2 and 2 together and realized that you could use teleport, the original idea is you'd have to play up until you got Fly. God damn it! I mean, I should have just switched in the first place because of the type advantage, but still, I thought I could take that. Well, let's heal again. But yeah, you were originally, like, the one that I first saw was, using the Gambler there as you exit the building. And then you go fight the, person on Route 25. And then a more streamlined version was found. And then even more versions were found that involve, like, dying from poison damage on the right tile and stupid stuff like that. Like, I know there's something you can do in Viridian Forest where you can spawn an Ivysaur, and if you growl at it 6 times, it becomes level 1, and then you can... Basically the way it works is, like, if you give it... If something's at level 1 and it gains enough experience to not actually level up, the game, like, underflows and makes it grow to level 100 instantly, so you can get, like, a level 100 Venusaur before Brock. I don't remember exactly how you do that, though. You either have to get into a wild encounter and lose to it on a tile in front of a trainer, or you have to, like, just die from poison damage on that tile. It's one or the other. Also, that patch of grass there has Kadabra. It did not in red and blue, but it does in yellow. This is actually slightly interesting for reasons we'll eventually discover. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and try to fight this dude. He's not a long-range trainer. He has, 2 Scythers and a Slowpoke. Once again, Scyther actually pretty interesting Pokemon, but, I do plan on catching most of the stuff legit, if they can. Disable's a piece of shit, by the way. When I was leveling these guys up, I found way more Venonats than I had any right to, seeing how hard it was for me to find one in the last video. And whenever Venonat uses Disable, it instantly goes to Struggle, and I don't want to deal with Struggle, so whatever. Ugh. That is an underleveled Muck. I don't think Grammar evolved until level 38. Alright, can we maybe get... That was a critical, okay. That was another critical. Okay. Level up's always good. It's not logical! Okay, so here's a guy that I am actually going to show off to some degree. Let me go back and heal up and save and a bunch of other stuff. So, this is just going to be me dicking around, and this is not actually going to lead to any amount of progress or, like, good results in any fashion, but, it's something that I wanted to bring up eventually, and if I didn't, then people would ask about it, so... First, let's go ahead and, do the Mew Glitch stuff. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot to deposit everything. I'm sorry. That's an important part. Because I do have to lose to this guy. And I mean, I've been not putting up the, greatest performance today anyway, but... I do have to lose to his first Pokemon, so... Whatever. Save again. And let's leave. Also, there's another aspect to the Mew Glitch I've never mentioned. The game will crash if you step right in front of a trainer. You have to actually let them walk to you. I don't exactly know why, it's just something to do with the way the game's coded. Like, basically you're trying to... The reason you're fighting a trainer in the first place is because you're getting the game out of, like, expecting a trainer battle mode. And if they don't take the step, then it, like, doesn't know what to do next. So anyway. I am very intimately familiar with this Growlithe, because I've lost to it many times. And I'm going to be resetting, so don't worry about the money lost here. Anyway, let us head back to this route. 8 error! And what do we got? That it? That all we got? Oh god. Well, fuck. Okay. So, that's an awful, awful noise. Let's get rid of that right away. I'm trying to speed up to see if this eventually goes away. It doesn't look like it will, so yeah. Reset the hell out of this. Oh, I can't soft reset either. Okay, yeah, we're having to shut the whole game off there. Okay. So what the fuck was that exactly? That was Yellow's version of Missingno. I'm sure you should all probably be familiar with Missingno from Red and Blue. It is very famous. It is mostly known for being encountered on Cinnabar Island with the Old Man trick, and good for duplicating items that are valuable, like rare candies, master balls, whatever. So when I played through this game in the Virtual Console, when I say this game, I mean Red, I did what I just did there with that specific person to get a Missingno to show up so I could get infinite items, and it was very handy. Yellow's Missingno is a little different. As I mentioned in the first video, the old man trick no longer works, so you have to find Missingno through other methods, like what I just did there. And when you find one, it causes the game to freak the fuck out and crash. I didn't know it was going to make those noises, because I've never actually done it before, or seen it be done, but I did know it was not going to work. So, that is why we will not be using Missingno in this run, at least for now. There is actually a workaround, but it won't be doable until I have access to Ditto, and, Pokemon with a high special stat. So, anyway, let's go ahead and switch up the team order real quick. What am I doing? Whatever. So anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and clear out the rest of this route. I see no reason not to. But yeah, since I do not want my game to be devoured by Satan, I am going to go ahead and fight this guy, because I have no reason to encounter his Missingno later. He also has a Chansey, but as established, I'd rather find that legit. But yeah, this Growlithe was very useful in my other playthrough. If only NPCs had actual, like, thoughts that you could know about. I'd be curious what this guy's reaction to me, coming to fight him with a level 7 Abra so many times in a row was. Except it's not level 7. Oh, mine is. I don't know, it might have been a different level in the other game, but who gives a shit? And here's a trainer with 2 Onyxes. Oh, it's a cute, round and fluffy Pokemon. Well, let's see. What's round? Voltorb, but it's not fluffy and it's not particularly cute. How about Jigglypuff? It's cute and round, it's not really fluffy. Instead, Clefairy. I mean, it's kinda round. It's a bit pointy, though. Like, I don't know if I agree with that description. And, yeah, it's being a little bit of a douche nozzle. Come on, 5 times, really? I'd like to get a level up off of this, like, one of these trainers one of these days. Apparently that's never gonna happen. Also, I didn't heal it. I still always expect the PC to heal Pokemon, but it never does. Okay. And another one. Can I kill it with Bone Club? No. Can I? No, you're Firebird, just whatever. I don't give a shit. It's a waste of experience, but I was gonna lose otherwise. I have no plans to level up this Eevee at the moment. That's another thing. I'd have to pull up, like, Cerebi to double check, but I looked at Eevee and Jolteon's, like, level up moves, and as far as I can tell, unless I'm remembering wrong, it's pretty much best to just evolve it right away, which honestly I should just go do. Do I have the money for a Thunderstone now? I should. Yeah, you know what? Let me double check just real quick, and then I think I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so yeah, let's get distracted for a moment and go get a Thunderstone. So, I have its level up move pool open to the side here, and it's different between red and blue versus yellow. And honestly, yellow gets the worst deal of the two. Since this Eevee is level 25, when I evolve it, anything that Jolteon learns before level 25 will not be learned, such as Thundershock, which is learned at level 16. The other damaging electric move that it gets is Thunder at 52. So, I'm gonna have to invest in a Thunderbolt TM, which I get from beating Surge. Seems kind of stupid, but I guess that's what I'll have to do. And, my only reasons that I would not want to evolve this thing straight away are for Bite at level 30, which is a normal type move in Gen 1, so I don't really care. Focus Energy, which is the worst move ever, and Takedown, which isn't all that great, really, and even if I wanted to use it, I could use a TM. So, first let's show off what happens if we use a Thunderstone on Pikachu. So, that's why you can't get Raichu in this game. And, yeah, let's just frickin' evolve this thing. I see no reason not to. I think the loss of Bite is not going to really haunt my sleep. Alright. So, yep. Like I said, get your overly British nicknames ready. When I say overly British, there's like a lot of things that could mean. I'm thinking stuff that's just, like, Worcestershire sauce. Like, or, like, Portsmouth. Like, something with a bunch of unnecessary U's. And just, like, it doesn't have to be a person's name. It can be, like, a city or just some random word. Or, like, it just has to be very British and, like, pompous. And then it'll be good. Also, did I frickin'... Yeah, I did remember to heal. I couldn't remember if I did. Okay, so yeah, that girl's done. Here we are in Lavender. And, I'm sure you all probably know why we're here. Obviously it's for the Name Raider, because I have to nickname the Jolteon now. It's because of the tower. So this is going to be my test here to find out if I need to go grind. Because there's a rival fight that I am probably woefully underprepared for. And you know what, just for the hell of it, let me real quick see what Pokemon he would give me through the Mew glitch right now. Let's see. He would have Graveler, Arcanine, Pinsir, Slowpoke, and Machoke. So yeah, I don't care. So how's this gonna work? I did save, right? I think I saved. I'm guessing pretty high level. I don't want to get drill pecked. So, Jolteon, get in there with your quick attack and no other moves. You'll at least be able to resist drill peck. Oh, fuck. Getting hit with a critical on the first turn of a multi-hit move is the worst. Yeah, this is not gonna do anything. I really should just get in and use fire... What is this? What are these criticals? I figured I'd give it a shot, but yeah. Firebolt, Firebert, you're still, a valued member of this team, unfortunately. Alright, Shelter. Yeah, both of my other team members are all physical moves, so... Let's just... whatever. Okay, this, however, we can probably take on. Let's see. Thank you for lowering my defense. That probably raised my attack, knowing how this game works. Yeah. I'm thinking that was because of an attack boost. I kind of doubt that would have KO'd otherwise. And are we going to miss with Bone Club on this turn because its accuracy is 85? Surprisingly, no. Now we're... okay. Come on, it was one sand attack. And there's the EV. Maybe Pinsir will be able to take this one on. Or I could just get hit with a bunch of status moves and finish it off with Lucida. Okay. That went a lot better than expected, although Firebird had more of an involvement than I was hoping. I just found a Cubone. Yeah, I don't know. So, since if I don't mention this, people are gonna complain, but there is an ongoing theory that, obviously in this game I haven't been to the SSN yet, but normally it would be. He uses Eradicate there, and it's not in his team when you get here, and so people are like, you killed his Eradicate and he's mourning it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he just boxed it. I don't think that that actually happened. But anyway, this recording's actually been going a decent amount of time here, so we're gonna stop for now. Like I said, go ahead and let me know your Jolteon name suggestions, and next time we're gonna go through Pokemon Tower, and it's gonna lead us to probably 3 other team members. Maybe 4. Maybe even more than that. The point is, there's a lot of frickin' team members coming up, with this as basically the only blockade.
つまり赤と青がこんな風にものすごい速さで入れ替わっていたんですね。
I know there are 150 Pokémon out there, but is there really one more adorable than Pikachu? I don't think so.